I want you to join me on a road trip to Eke, the local government area of Enugu State, to visit late Chief Onyeama's palace. In case you don't know, the late chief was a warrant chief during his time, and he was also the king or the chief of Agbaja land. And Agbaja in the present day consists of several towns like Udi, Ngwo, Ogo, Mako, places around that area. Enugu North makes up Agbaja. So he was their king at the time, and he was equally notorious and famous during his time, that he commanded so much respect, fear and admiration from his people. There were a lot of controversies surrounding him, such as the time that the entire southeast region went to welcome the governor, colonial governor at the time, and the Obi of Onitsha sat on the throne reserved for the king of Igbo land. And when this chief Onyeama came, he was mad as to why the Obi of Onitsha would sit there, trying to impose himself as the overall chief of Igbo land and other Igbo chiefs. So, he threatened that if the Obi of Onitsha doesn't get down from that throne when he comes back, the leopard was going to eat him. So it was a threat. And stories had it that the Obi of Onitsha came down from the throne, and he, Chief Onyeama, came and sat on the throne. And then there are also news as to burying unfaithful wives alive. Like, he was very polygamous in nature. So if you're one of his unfaithful wives, if you're one of his wives rather, and you were unfaithful, he catches your caught you cheating. Stories said that he buried some of the unfaithful ones alive, and then he also took people's wife at will, and a whole lot of things. So it's both good and bad. There are a lot of things he did that were admired, and then others lived in fear, others were intrigued by him. So today I'm going with a group of other young people in Enugu to visit his palace, and also learn more about him and all that, probably from community members or people who lived at the time he lived, or people who had close experiences with him and all that. So, and also the role he played in the modern Enugu. There were stories about how he sold some portions of land and interrelationship to the coal mine and all that, but that is basically what this trip is about. So it's a look into the past to see what has happened, to understand this man, Chief Onyeama, and to see where he lived. So I hope you enjoyed the video when it comes up. But for me, this is where I'm headed. It's past 8 a.m. right now in Enugu, and I'm making my way to the muster point, which is the Museum of National Unity, where I would meet with other people and would make a trip.
We have with us here a very senior citizen, right? Engineer Hyacinth Ohago, an ex-coal miner. He's a resource person for Enugu Photo Festival, the organizers of this tour. So we are going to Eke. Eke is the birthplace of Chief Onyeama. Chief Onyeama Chief Onyeama was the paramount chief in 1909 when the British came to this part of the world. So Chief Onyeama was instrumental to selling us off to the British. So him and Tukwani and the rest of the gang did business with the British. Although in his will, when he died, he said none of his kids should do anything with a white man or even marry a white woman. Knowing who they are, the British. So he told them that they should never do with the British. In fact, he took his own life on a train, I think from Kanu coming down or so. They were going to arrest him. The British were going to arrest him, and he didn't want to end up
at the fight.
So he went out with a bang, and that's my man, right? I love him so much. Forgetting the atrocities they committed, back in the days, but for his stand against the British, I think, for me, I celebrate him.
After selling us to the British first.
Yes, after making money off us from the British. So we are going to this man's palace. I think it was destroyed during the Nigerian Civil War. So we are going to see what is remaining of this place, right? The curator of Enugu Photo Fest, that's Chidera Sameze, will be giving us in-depth analysis of all the things there. They have done a major work, and then with the family is also on ground waiting for us. So they are going to also share their own story. All we are trying to achieve is for this story not to be lost. We've lost so much. But there is a book on him. Adachuku, who is the team lead for Afrochive, is also here. Adachuku have a book on him. Please, if you can, get the book. I think Chief Onyeama, The Making of an African God, by Daily Onyeama. Yes. So if you can look for it, please get it. So enjoy the trip and make friends, talk to everyone. I'm from Usude, and Eke we used to answer Usude Eke back in the days. Usude Eke happens to be the
elder brother to Eke.
The elder brother. So, but Usude happens to be the eldest in the Abaja kindred. Usude Eke.
You sure?
Yes, that's a historic account to back that up. Before the British came, this is the same British. Every year, all the tribes, all the clans within Abaja comes to Usude, where we worship Oshe. Oshe is the father of the Abaja kingdom. So the Abaja is presently known is Udi local government and Ezeagu local government. That's the Abaja. You might also hear about Oboho. Oboho is in Abaja, Oboho, but now is in Ezeagu. Oboho, we used to make where we invented the manillas of the ancient time. These manillas, we can trace it back to the 9th century. So Abaja is an ancient kingdom, but we've lost so many stories about our people. So we are going to go meet with the man who chased away the Obi of Onitsha back in 1930 or 1928, who sat on his seat at the meeting with the British in Enugu. So he's a strong man, and he went out with a bang. That's what I want you all to remember. So have fun and ask questions and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Yeah. So for the men here, he did not hire though. The guy married like 20-something wives.
just got to the palace of the late chief. So that is his statue right behind me. And so these are the other people we came here with. So very soon, we forgot to come with cola nut, but we forgot to come with cola nut. So one of the ex-miners that came here with us, he stepped out to go get it. So as soon as he comes back, everything will begin in earnest. And I think that's where I'll stop for this part and continue the actual filming for the channel. Not for the channel, for the episode of this place. Okay, so remember I came here to make a tour of this place and then to document this place. So at this point I'll end this part, and maybe the other part I'll see is when we leave, you know, just to show you how safe and secure the road is and the trip down here. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get everything fixed up. So I'll stop this one, I'll start recording here and start recording for the episode of At His Place. I hope that makes sense. So and I was told that the compound or his compound started as far back as from the junction where I will show you in this video down to this place and maybe even further down. But where I am now is such a large expanse of land. The land is so big. The compound is actually very big. Oh yeah. Looking around some of the old structures, you know that these are like pre-colonial buildings. They are still here. Some are still here, which is something I like. I like the fact that they are preserved, you know, for times like this, because if it was demolished and maybe rebuilt for modern infrastructure, we wouldn't have anything to come and visit today and all that. So yeah, I'm under a shade, which makes a lot of sense. This is a tree and all that. So guys, still let me know what you think so far about this trip, okay? Hey guys, so I'm back to town now, and I had quite an amazing journey.
And then something was happening in the road.
What happened in the road?
Just telling guys.
Oh, you're telling guys. Okay, tell guys what happened in the road.
The water was coming out from the road.
Okay.
And then we have to call Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, you need to call Super Mario Brothers to do what?
To save the city.
To save the city, right? All right, that's great. So apparently one of the water pipes on the road burst, and you know, water is everywhere, and he says we need to call Super Mario and Luigi, right?
Yeah.
So they can save the city. But I'm back to town, and it was an amazing journey, an amazing experience. I learned a lot about him, and I can't wait to share the entire video with you. You just have to give me a little time, be patient for me to work on that video, because it's a lot. And you know, while I was there, I had different scenarios played out in my head. I'm going to edit that story because I just don't want to do it haphazardly. That's the truth. So I'll just sleep over it, come up with a concept and start working towards it, if that's okay. But let me know what you think about the whole experience, the journey down there, and would you be coming back home this Christmas? Let me know in the comment section. And we had a smooth journey, so yeah, everything is okay and safe. Take care. Bye bye.